milk ocean. That's something we get a question on sometimes and people don't understand it. The churning of the milk ocean, how and why everything comes out of the ocean. Does everybody understand that concept? Because every day, at the end of Brahma's day, there is a dissolution. So whatever is there, it goes in Mahapralaya, it gets all dissolved into the ocean. Then the next day, you have to churn the ocean again to get everything out of it. Whatever we had yesterday is all gone in there. Now you have to churn it again to get it out of it. So including even Devi Lakshmi goes into the ocean. And you churn the ocean the next day and Lakshmi comes out. So somebody that high of a personality is also gone into the ocean, dissolved, and then by churning, she comes out. She does not die. She cannot die. She's but the energy of Supreme Personality of God. She cannot die. But she's there, dissolved, and then next day of Brahma, they churn the ocean again, and all of these things come out. What comes out? The poison comes out, the nectar comes out, the Indra's Airavata comes out, and so many beautiful things like that.
So when you are talking about that, the Mahalakshmi also dissolves in that. So all demigods also dissolve?
The demigods actually die. They die 14 times a day of Brahma. This is the 14th time. The demigods actually die at the end of every manvanta. Their whole lifespan is one manvanta. At the end of one manvanta, they actually die. They actually leave their bodies. And those souls are gone to their next destination. There's nothing like that with Devi Lakshmi, but the demigods, they will all die. So when the 14th manvanta ends at the end of the Brahma's day, then the demigods are dead anyways. Then the next day, Brahma wakes up and then he recreates all the demigods over again. So the demigods are there, but they don't have very much. All the nidhi, the swarna bhushan, so many gems, diamonds, all that is all dissolved. So then you have to churn the ocean to get everything out of it.
So after every manvantara, so demigod again they get birth?
Yes. They get birth, but not necessarily the same soul. Not necessarily not the same soul comes back into the body of Indra, for example. A new person becomes Indra. A new soul becomes Indra. And that could be one of you. To become Indra or Brahaspati or whatever, Varuna, all the devatas. So there is a famous churning of the ocean. Has anybody seen this model of churning the ocean? This is at the Bangkok airport. This is bigger than life size. The people you see, they are bigger than us. Real 3D model. It's at the Bangkok airport, the churning of the ocean. And how Lord comes in the form of Mohini to protect the nectar from going to the demons, and that creates Rahu Ketu. So all that description is in the 8th canto. Is that
Rahu and Ketu, they both were created, or just the Rahu they got connected?
where Ketu come from? But where did the Ketu come from? That's the other part. There is the Rahu and the Ketu, the two pieces of the body. The Ketu and the Rahu. Those are the two pieces.
Prabhu, you just told that demigods died 14 times in a day of Brahma. So demigods went to Brahma all the time when demons attacked them.
Yeah.
So when they died 14 times in a day, then like how many times will they visit Brahma in a day? Because like in the single time span, demons attack them like at least 5 or 6 times, and they die 14 times in a day of Brahma. So in a day, how many times they will visit Brahma? It's like it will be a lot, isn't it?
Hundreds of thousands of times. Because Brahma's time. Yeah, hundreds of thousands of times. It's not 4 or 5 times. It's hundreds of thousands of times. The demigods have to go to protection of Lord Brahma
In a single day of Brahma.
in a single day of Brahma. Because in the single day of Brahma, already 1,000 times all the Yuga Chakras have gone through. So that's a very long time. Even for the demigods. 14 lifetimes of demigods are finished in his one day. So his one day is a very long time.
So even Lord Shiva dies?
No. Lord Shiva doesn't die. Lord Shiva comes from the Sadashiv planet, which is part of the Vaikuntha Dham. And he comes from there and he goes back there. Lord Shiva does not die.
So with each mantra, when all the demigods die, what happens to Lord Shiva that day?
Nothing. Lord Shiva survives.
Survives.
Yeah. When he dissolves the earth, the whole Brahman, after the dissolution, he would go back. Just because, like at the end of the 100 years, Brahma will die. But Lord Shiva still will not. Lord Shiva is eternal. He does not die.
And is there different Shiva for every Brahman? Or
Yeah.
Or is it single?
Yes. Every Brahmand has their own Shiva. Our Shivji for this Brahmand is only ours. He has a free will, he can go where he wants, but he is ours. And every other Brahmand has their own portion or expansion
And is
of
there-
Sadashiv in the form of Shiv.
And is there any head Shiva who manages all these Shivas?
Sadashiv. Yeah, Sadashiv. Sadashiv is the tattva where Shiva comes from. Lord Shiva comes from Sadashiv and goes back and merges back into Sadashiv. So when there's dissolution here and Lord Shiva has to go back, he doesn't go back and maintain his personality over there, he just merges back into the Sadashiv reality. And when there's another Lord Shiva needed, will come out of Sadashiv's realm. It's like that.
And like there are also like different Brahmas for every Brahman.
Yes.
They have lots of, like our Brahma has four faces, right? Some 4-headed, they have 1,000-headed, 20-headed, 100-headed, because those are bigger than our planet, right? Other planets.
There is a description of that in the 10th canto, that there are so many different Brahmas, one Brahma for every Brahman, and they are different. Brahmans are innumerable. It's like a 40 kg bag of mustard seeds, and our Brahman is one mustard seed out of that. So it's very difficult to count. But they're all coming out of this one breath, and they will all go in at the end of this breath, and then they'll come out again in the next breath and go in at the end of that breath. So the breath is so long that it's for our time period. For Karnadakshaya Vishnu, who is breathing, of course his breath is not too long for him. But for us it's too long. It's so long that our Brahma is living for 100 years. For our Brahma's 100 years, the first Brahma that came out could be living 1,000 years or more. Because he came out first.
And then he will go at the end.
Yeah. Like one mother will produce so many siblings in the period of 4, 5, 6, 7 years. They all came out of the same womb, but they all came at the different times. So that's why one is older, the other is younger, middle, and the youngest, and so on. All coming. So similarly, all the Brahmandas coming from the same place, but they still have their own ages.
These Brahmans being different, but simultaneously they're all coexisting, isn't it? Simultaneously they're all coexisting in different planetary systems.
Yes, but still within that breath. So, if Karnadakshaya Vishnu is still breathing out, then there are still new ones being produced.
Okay. So, with modern science, say, when they say there's extraterrestrial life, where they have Brahman, when Brahma has, let's say, 1 million heads in one solar planetary system, versus one has 4 versus 10, like this. And they say when modern science says there's extraterrestrial life, is it possible that this life is coming from a different planetary system that coexists with ours, but it's in a different solar
Yes,
planet?
of course.
And we as scientists, or individuals as scientists, identify this as extraterrestrial life.
Yes.
And then also we have such things on this planet, like the pyramids and impressions on the planet, which cannot be, it can only be seen from solar, from sky perspective.
Yes.
These extraterrestrial existence of higher intelligence, they come from a different planetary system into our system.
Yes.
Right?
That's how the alien system.
Alien, that's what they say, right? Yeah.
That's how they
Correlating.
Yeah, that's the correlation.
So that's what they call the black hole. They call a black hole, and Srimad Bhagavatam talks about Karnadakshaya Vishnu. The description is basically the same, because they cannot see Karnadakshaya Vishnu. The telescope cannot see it. So they're calling it a black hole. But it's actually Karnadakshaya Vishnu who's causing that. He's the cause of all causes. That's why he's Karnadakshaya. And he lives in the Karna ocean, causal ocean.
Is it appropriate to consider, sorry to extend the topic, is it appropriate to consider in discussion that certain personalities that have born in this solar system, like for example Einstein, Plato, and all these different individuals had some really unusual, exceptional, gifted powers or intellectual capabilities, that they were actually born in the higher planetary systems at one time, and due to their karmas they've actually come down to our planetary system through birth and cycle?
Yeah.
Is it appropriate to discuss?
No, I mean, not that it's appropriate to discuss or not, but that is a possibility.
Possibility, consideration.
Yes, it's a definite possibility, because there is a cycle for everything. The species that we're going through, the places we're going through. So it's as they say in simple English, what goes around comes around. So next birth could be anywhere. In one place in the Srimad Bhagavatam, I think it's Canto 3, it says that when the living entity first descends from the Vaikuntha Dham, the first body that living entity is given is actually Brahma's body.
That's what is mentioned in Bhagavatam.
Yeah.
That Brahma was the first human.
No, that's a different matter.
Okay.
That's a different matter, that Brahma is the first living entity. He's not human, but he's living entity, Jivatma. Jivatma meaning he has a life, and then after the end of the life cycle, he's going to die. That's a Jiva. But still, he is a very, very advanced Jivatma, not like us. He is very, very powerful compared to us. But he still is a Jivatma. And it says that every living entity coming down from the Vaikuntha planets, when it comes down to the material world, is first given a body of a Brahma. So you get to become a Brahma first, and then go lower to enjoy even more. Every species is enjoying their life somehow or the other. So it's made for enjoyment. But of course, at the same time, nobody really is enjoying, because everybody is a food for the next one, and so on. And vice versa. Like this young boy was showing me when I was in New Jersey. Prabhuji, take a look at this. This 10-year-old. So when he heard the species, he said, take a look at this, take a look at this. That the insects, the bird eats the insect, and when the bird dies, the insects eat the bird. And so on, going in the cycle. That not only the cycle is working this way, it's also working the other way. So one living entity is food for the other, and it comes with so much chances of enjoyment, but it also comes with that much misery and miserable state, bhai. Everybody is always afraid, looking. You throw some grains or something or the other, the birds will come to eat it, but watch those birds closely. They're so afraid. Every second they look here and there that I'm enjoying this little grain of whatever, but at the same time, am I going to get killed for it? Like this a group of birds went to a Mahatma and said, Mahatma ji, please give us some instruction. I said, you're birds. What instructions I can give you? No, please give us some instruction. So, okay. You come tomorrow, I will find an instruction for you, because I'm not going to give you Gita Gyan. You're only birds. But I'll find an instruction for you. So they come back tomorrow, and Sadhu Mahatma says, okay, I'll give you a mantra. You chant this, and this will save you. So they say, sure, give us a mantra. So he says, mantra is this: शिकारी आएगा, दाना डालेगा,
भूल से उसमें फंसना नहीं।
भूल से उसमें फंसना नहीं। शिकारी आएगा, जाल बिछाएगा, दाना डालेगा, भूल से उसमें फंसना नहीं। So they were chanting all the time. But one day the shikari comes, jal comes, dana, and the bird goes. And the next one goes and the other one goes. All of them gone. Now the shikari comes, wraps everybody up, and takes them home. And he hears them chanting, shikari aayega, jal bichayega, dana डालेगा, लोभ से उसमें फंसना नहीं. So the moral of the story is that we should also follow what we chant. We should also follow what we preach. We should not just dogmatically say or preach or chant and not mean it. Because if we do that, we're going to end up the same place where the birds ended up. Of course, the effort is there and Krishna looks at our effort as well. So thank you very much. If there is any more questions, we can take them tomorrow. Please bring your questions back. Please invite your friends and others to come and join us as well. You have any announcements?
It's just a request, as Prabhu was mentioning, this is a great opportunity to associate. So if all of you could, whoever has Facebook, could extend the invitation out to people that are not aware to come, that would be greatly appreciated. Thank you so much.
The whole young generation is missing here. There's only 4 or 5 youth here. I think there's a lot more youth. So if the youth invites the other youth, and also make sure to come back. Not just invite the others and not come back yourself, otherwise it will be the words. Shikari aayega, jaan bachayega. Thank you very much. I was trying to do all 10, but we got 8 out of 10. That's not bad.